Did you imagine that your 20s would be the best years of your health? Then your risk of a heart attack would probably go way up in your 40s and 50s. By that time, your health would just keep getting worse. You'd have to do less and less physically through your 60s and 70s, until you needed help from caregivers, assisted living, or a nursing home. As it turns out, across our planet between 1960 and 2019, our global life expectancy has increased about 19 years, but the amount of time spent in poor to moderate health remains about 50%. That's 50%. 50% of your life in moderate to poor health? Are you kidding me? Maybe you're wondering if moderate health is okay. An example of moderate health here is having high cholesterol levels but managing it with medication, reducing the length or quality of life, but not impacting regular activities of daily living. Poor health is having one or more chronic diseases and needing assistance with daily living. Quality of life or life expectancy, or both, are reduced significantly. I don't know about you, but I don't want either moderate or poor health. The good news is it doesn't have to be that way. In this video, let's explore what a healthful existence can look like and how to live it in real life. Hey, we love to bring these videos to you. Please like, share, and subscribe for more. We have seen it all around us. In grandparents, parents, elderly people in your community. As people get older, they get sicker and more frail to the point of needing help from another person or some type of mobility assistance like a walker. We have come to believe that we are destined to experience chronic disease, loss of function, or disability before we die, but it doesn't have to be that way. Let's talk about the man with the fastest recorded marathon for a 91-year-old. You did hear me correctly. 91 years old, not 61, not 31, but 91. He ran that marathon in 6 hours, 35 minutes, 47 seconds. That's 26.2 miles. How many people do you know that can run a mile, much less a marathon, at 91 years old? And no, he was not running marathons all his life. He started running in his 30s and didn't get serious about marathons until his 60s. He says, "I don't think I ever became competitive, actually, until I was 88. I ran a marathon when I was 88 and I got first." And he doesn't just run. At 99 years old, he was the oldest person to race in the Canoe National Championships. Who is this inspiring person? Mike Fremont, husband, father, environmentalist, runner, canoeist, and a retired engineer. Spiritual health helps people feel centered, mindful, or fully present in the moment. It may also help people have meaning or purpose in their lives. Mike Fremont helps others and says, "These, believe it or not, are the best years of my life." His other activities include environmental work focused on restoring, maintaining, and improving Ohio's rivers and streams. In this interview with Rich Roll, you can see that Mike Fremont is engaged, vibrant, joyful. He has purpose in his life. His memory is sharp and he's able to recall information, even statistics. He's obviously focused and creative. His mental cognition, such as thinking, remembering, judging, and problem solving, seems excellent. At age 69, Mike Fremont was diagnosed with colon cancer. He had a tumor that had metastasized to different parts of his body. He was told that if he didn't have the operation to remove the tumor, he had 3 months to live. Fortunately, his son had sent him a book, The Cancer Prevention Diet by Michio Kushi and Alex Jack. He read it and went cold turkey on a macrobiotic vegan diet, essentially whole food plant-based. A few years later, he had that basic tumor removed. The crazy thing is, the doctor who operated on him looked in 35 different places for metastasis, and it was gone. According to the CDC, the 5-year relative survival rate for colorectal cancer that has spread to distant parts of the body, such as the liver or distant lymph nodes, is 16%. I propose that Mike Fremont is an outstanding example of a healthful existence that we could all set as one of our life goals. He has physical health, spiritual health, mental health, and social health. Ready to start? Mike Fremont says, "Absolutely. It is diet that has determined my existence, my continued existence, and my beautiful health." In Runner's World, he says, no meat, no dairy products, no toxins. He eats mostly vegetables, fruit, whole grains, and nuts, as well as soups of all kinds. He adds that he takes no supplements or medication, except for some vitamin D in the winter. This healthful existence is achievable right now. Why not take the first step and explore some whole foods, plant-based recipes that minimize salt, oil, and sugar? Just as an example, here's a recipe from Shane and Simple for Buffalo Chickpea Cauliflower Casserole. Anytime that my husband and I have a craving for buffalo wings, we make this casserole. It has the flavors of buffalo wings and is so much more satisfying, healthy, and delicious. 10 ingredients in this recipe. To make the sauce, you whisk together the vegetable broth, buffalo sauce, nutritional yeast, garlic powder, and onion powder. Mix the cornstarch with water, then whisk it into the sauce. Then you spread the chickpeas into a baking dish, add the celery and cauliflower, sprinkle the brown rice, and pour the sauce over everything, making sure that the rice is covered. Then cover with aluminum foil and bake in a 435 Fahrenheit oven for an hour. Takes another 20 minutes with the foil removed and 10 minutes to rest for a filling, delicious, savory dish that gives you the essence of buffalo wings. Check out the Shane and Simple website for many more delicious recipes. I love how Mike Fremont calls his health beautiful. Your genes, your parents' diseases, your age, even your current diet do not have to direct your destiny. It's not easy to have a different point of view than the rest of your family, friends, community, society, planet, to challenge the status quo and be healthy as you age, even believe that you can be healthy as you age. The good news is that by choosing a plant-based diet, you can have beautiful health, not moderate to poor health. Try the Buffalo Chickpea Cauliflower Casserole. Embrace beautiful health and remember to take it one day at a time until it's 7 days a week, forever 10.